Time now for Sid 60. This is where I get 60 seconds to talk about anything. Start the clock, please. Over here. Here's what's on my mind this morning. Blue Jay fans must feel like they're on a roller coaster. One day you're up, the next you're not. Take yesterday, for example. George Springer played his first game with the Jays. Yeah. $150 million man. Finally, injuries delayed his start. There he was last night. He went 0 for 4. But whatever. Good to see you, George. Also, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Man, is this guy on a tear. A few nights ago, he had a 3-home run game. The guy's on fire. These are all good things. But with the good comes some bad. Hyun-Jin Ryu, one of the best starting pitchers in baseball, sidelined with an injury that's been a pain in the butt for him for years. It's literally a pain in the butt, sore glute. Jays don't think it's serious. Then last night, starting pitcher Steven Matz, one of the Jays' most dependable players all year, got lit up by the Nationals in Dunedin. Just never ends with this team. Whenever you start feeling great about the Jays, give it 5 minutes. That will likely change. Only advice I can give Jays fans this morning is this. Ice your neck up, because the whiplash this season is going to be real and strong. Ben Nicholson-Smith, strong opinions, strong journalism all the time at Sportsnet, sportsnet.ca. Covers the Jays. Ben, good morning to you. Let's start with Springer. Look, I don't care for the 0 for 4. Just to see Springer out there, even as a designated hitter, that's a thumbs up from me.
Absolutely, right? They paid $150 million for this guy. He was their top offseason target. He's been such a good player for his whole career. So anytime he's in anyone's lineup, that team becomes better instantly. Of course, last night, the 0 for 4 didn't really demonstrate that, but he'll have lots of chances to prove what he can do.
The other side of it, Hyun-Jin Ryu, again, a Cy Young caliber pitcher that they signed for last season. He did have his injuries with the Dodgers. We didn't really see a lot of that last year in the shortened season. The Jays say it's nothing serious with the glute issue. He's had this before. What are you hearing?
Well, anytime Hyun-Jin Ryu goes down, it's not a good thing for this team. And the Jays say they're hoping that he's going to miss just the one start. Even after his start, Ryu was telling us that he thought he could make his next turn as scheduled, but they're opting to be cautious here, which makes sense. It's a long season, so whether we're talking about Springer, Ryu, anybody, there is room to be patient at this point in the season. But at the same time, it kind of means that the Blue Jays rotation now is down to 2 players. You've got Steven Matz and Robbie Ray, and then you've got some bullpen games and some TBD and some question marks. And of course, they'll figure it out. They always do. That's their job. They're going to find pitchers to pitch. But it really does highlight the importance of Ryu and some of the vulnerability beyond him in that rotation.
Finally, Ben, the Jays are off today. They're 11-12 on the season. Atlanta is the weekend opponent. They got some of the best bats in the game, and Ronald Acuna Jr. and Freddie Freeman. Where do you stand right now on what you've seen so far here from the Jays in totality?
Well, I think they're around 500, 11-12, just one game under. Vlad Jr. looks like the real deal. And to me, that's the biggest thing about this whole opening month of the season is if we could have picked, Sid, like what's the number one thing that would help the Blue Jays' chances short-term, medium-term, long-term, I think we might have said a breakout month from Vlad Jr., and we've seen that. So he's playing at his best. Springer's back. It hasn't been the greatest start collectively to this season, but they're in a good spot with the potential for a lot of better things to come in the next 5 months.
No doubt. I mean, Bo Bichette worries me a little bit on both sides of the ball. Kevin Biggio being moved around a lot. I think it's starting to affect him. We don't have the time for that today, but we'll dive into that over the next few weeks. Ben, appreciate you. Have a good day. Thank you, sir.
You too. Thanks, Sid.
Ben Nicholson-Smith from Sportsnet, one of the best in the business. All right, we're going to take a break. You Sound Off coming up here on Breakfast Television. The huge news yesterday from the provincial government. 3 paid sick days will be tabled for workers in this province. The question is, do you think 3 paid sick days are enough? 1-866-267-3797. Feedback at breakfasttelevision.ca and Twitter 24/7. At Breakfast TV. We see all your tweets. We welcome them. It's 6:44. Good morning, Toronto. You're welcome.